it's an approach that leads to people earning big money, but it's further downstream. Don't rush it. Don't launch the wrong idea with the wrong people, with the wrong plan.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have Simon joining from London. Yeah.
Yay!
So, good, because in this broadcast, the majority of people that we interview, they come from United States. So I'm happy to have someone from London here. So Simon is a business coach and has been grooming entrepreneurs for quite a long time right now. So Simon, what are the 5 steps that entrepreneurs should be doing to make the first million?
Well, Harry, there's a number of things in these 5 steps. One step is more important than the rest, in my experience. I get a lot of entrepreneurs come to me in my role as an educator of entrepreneurs and as a mentor, and they come to me and they say they want to build a business, and this is their big plans. The one thing that all of the data points to, so there's great studies out there from organizations like CB Insights about business failures. The most important step, and the first step, is validating their business idea. So a lot of people say, I've done some research. And what they mean is they've looked at a market. They can see that there's competitors. They can see what other people are doing. They've looked at data. But none of that proves that they are the person that can launch a business and communicate to customers in that market. So the number one problem is validating business ideas. People don't do it. And just I need to elaborate on this, because the other 4 that follow come from this. As human beings, Harry, we love to create things. It's just in our nature. So if we have an idea for a business, and I think many of your viewers, listeners will equate to this, we go, well, what are we going to call it? Is there a web domain? What's available? Well, actually, unconsciously, you're building a brand. You haven't got a customer in mind at the moment. You're going, what am I going to call it? I mean, customers.
You have a product mind. You have a product mind, no customer mind.
Yeah. And so you're already building a brand. What am I going to call it? Then the next thing, people go, well, I want to build my product or my service. I want to build. So we like to create, maybe make a website, maybe produce a business card, maybe a logo. None of that is relevant at the beginning.
Absolutely.
The one thing that's relevant is solving problems for customers. And if you can find a problem that's a big enough headache, not just a little one that they already solve, because most of them they solve in one way or another. If you can find a big enough one and you can get to those people, they'll pay you for it. So
exactly, they're willing to pay. That's the other thing. Yeah.
You have to solve
exactly.
something big enough, they're willing to pay. So that's what I would say. That ahead of everything else is the biggest problem. Right. And that's the number one thing they should do. The next thing, which follows on for that, is more of what they mustn't do. But so many make this mistake that they come to me and they say, look, I'm looking at launching a business. And I say, I mentor. How can I help you? And they say, I'm looking for investment. And I go, so you're looking for somebody else's hard-earned money to fund your great idea you haven't proven that anybody wants. And they look at me and they go, yeah, so how's that going to work? How are you going to convince somebody?
And after they're complaining, well, I cannot find funding, I cannot find funding, nobody wants to invest in me. Why other people find funding and not me? And
it's always the way. And you say, well, actually, you don't need to spend any money, first of all, to find out if you're solving a problem. There's ways of doing this. And believe you me, if you're solving a problem that you, as an entrepreneur, can find people and sell that solution to the problem to, investors will line up. Everybody complains there isn't enough investment out there. We're in London, or I'm in London. There's so much investment money out there, but they're not.
In London, there's a lot of money. Plenty.
Yeah, people aren't silly though. They're not going to give it to you to play with ideas and go, it's not Christmas every day. So this is the number 2 thing. Don't look for investment at the beginning. Look
until you're ready.
When you're ready, when you have traction, when you have pre-orders.
We will talk about that later on.
Yeah. So that's my number 2. So, but it's people focusing on the right things, and the right things being customers, not investor money. Better money from customers is better than money from investors in every way. Number 3, unsurprisingly, is when they've got an idea and they validated it and they haven't made the mistakes of chasing the wrong things, is they need a plan. You need a plan. Because I think it was Benjamin Franklin, actually, that said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you don't have a plan, and many people, and by the way, I'm preaching these things from experience. I've started businesses many times where the only time I've actually written down a plan is if I was wanting to go to the bank for an overdraft, or I was wanting to grow my business through some sort of finance thing when I got customers. Most people go, well, this is what I want to do, and they have a to-do list of things to do. They don't have a strategic launch plan. And often when people are looking for investment, that's the time they write a plan. But it's fantasy. Harry, most business plans are fantasy for investment. They're going to disrupt a $6 billion market.
Story. Yeah, they're going to be the next unicorn and so on. Yeah.
They're going to be the next. And look at my research. They'll say. And look at the size of the market and the penetration. And look at my plan that says, this is how I'm going to get there and give you a return. And this is what we're going to spend on marketing. We've got $100,000 budget here, and we've got this. I mean, I'm really sorry, but that's BS. It's fantasy. By the way,
Mike Tyson said that all the plans are very good until you receive the first punch.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah.
So your business plan is gonna last until you receive the first punch.
Yeah. It's customers that give you that punch.
Absolutely, and it's coming to you. 100%. 100%. Guaranteed.
Always. And so you need a proper strategic plan, and to work by it, and to understand, and this plan needs to make sure that it involves customer segments. Who's your customers? What are their motivations? How am I going to get to them? Which channels? Is it TikTok? Is it Facebook? Is it email? Or if you're B2B, is it through B2B sales channels, through meetings, through all of these things? People don't plan that. They just go, hey, I've got an idea. And it's not structured. So planning is my number 3. My number 4 goes in with the planning part of it, is, well, if you've got a plan, you need to deliver it. And most companies that want to grow to be millionaires, they need a team. They need people. They need co-founders. It's hard to. It's easier nowadays with AI, because AI can be your part of your team now. And roles. But you need the right people. So if you have an idea, you've validated it with customers. And validation can be wait lists and pre-orders and all of these great things. Not research. That hasn't shown you've done anything to find customers. If you've validated it, if you haven't been spending your time seeking investment, if you built a plan, then you need people to deliver it. And oh my gosh, finding the right people is so hard. because normally we start businesses with people we know that are close to us or at college with us or we've worked with before. They aren't necessarily the best marketing manager out there or designer of your new tech system. So it's hard to find these people and motivate them. So that's the big number 4 to me, is finding the right people. But there's a stage to it. First of all, it's finding the right people for the right idea and having a plan to get them to buy in. And my number 5 may seem really strange, but it's, if you want to be a millionaire, if you really want to make your first million, don't launch. Put the formation of your company and your launching off as long as possible until everything is in place. Because what happens if you don't, and you launch a little bit early, you might start with a few customers. You might start with this, but then things don't get to the millionaire level. You really need to, when you launch and everything's in place, to be able to accelerate. That's how the big companies work, and that's how people start big companies. And this,
you need to have everything ready before you launch.
You have to have your customers ready, your team ready, your plan ready, not chasing the wrong things. And then that's the big one. So this is and the nice thing about this approach is, A, it's backed by data, the reasons business fail. These are the main reasons businesses fail. So that's important. But the other thing is, at no stage, you as an entrepreneur, do you have to be some genius or have lots of money behind you of building products. You've got to work hard as an entrepreneur, finding customers, putting the right things in place. This is all pre-launch work, and you haven't employed anybody now. You're not under stress, time constraints. So it's an approach that leads to people earning big money. But it's further downstream. Don't rush it. Don't launch the wrong idea with the wrong people, with the wrong plan. So that's how I would answer your question there, Harry.
Follow us for more interviews with the world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.